Hello and welcome. My name is Peg McGinn, and with me today is Lucy Hess. We're members of the League of Women Voters of Fort Wayne, and we are happy to be with you today to discuss the 2021 redistricting process. Redistricting is important to everyone because the location of the district boundaries determines not only our representation in Congress and our state legislature, but also the amount of money and the support we receive for our roads, schools, and other infrastructure. The census data is used every 10 years to allocate the number of congressional representatives based on population size. This is called reapportionment. And a significant increase or decrease in the state's population since the last census may result in a change to the number of Indiana congressional districts. However, the number of state legislators remain at 50 senators and 100 representatives per our Indiana Constitution. However, the shifting of population centers within the state every decade results in the need to redraw the state district lines to maintain the federal requirement that they be of equal population. Like many other states, Indiana allows the legislature to create the district maps. This gives the party in power the ability to draw voting district lines that help them get reelected. So the legislators choose their voters rather than the voters choosing their legislators. Aside from the first two listed federal requirements of equal population and compliance with the Voting Rights Act, each state sets all other rules for map drawing. Indiana only requires contiguity or geographic connectedness. And our lack of other good redistricting requirements allows legislators to easily manipulate the maps to organize voters in favor of the party in power. This is called gerrymandering. The following video explains how the district map drawing can be manipulated to favor the party in power by cracking and packing communities, thus limiting the voices of citizens who are not in the majority party.
Partisan redistricting, or gerrymandering, is about fractions, percentages. These coins represent voters in an evenly divided state, 50 dimes, 50 pennies. These 100 coins elect 10 representatives. That means each voting district must contain 10 coins. Now, real people don't live in neat rows, so let's mix them up. Okay, this is our hypothetical evenly divided state. Let's see what happens if the dimes draw the maps, 10 coins in each district. For the dimes, first thing we do is pack the pennies, give them 2 safe districts, but pack them solid. The remaining 8 districts are won by the dimes, by smaller but still comfortable margins. The dimes win 8 districts and the pennies win 2. The dimes overwhelmingly control the legislature. Of course, if the pennies drew the district lines, the opposite would be true. Let's rig it for the pennies. For the pennies, we follow the same pack and crack strategy. Pack the dimes into 2 safe districts and crack the remaining 8 districts to win by the same margin, 8-2. Well, now that we've destroyed democracy, let's consider what this map would look like if the districts were drawn for compactness and keeping communities of interest together. You get evenly divided districts in an evenly divided state. Some go heavily dime, some go penny, but that's to be expected. People live where they live, and that is what democracy is about. It's not about party bosses rigging election districts so they can fix the election results.
When gerrymandering occurs, there are many adverse effects. Today, we'll focus on just the last 2. Communities of interest are people who live in the same area and often share similar legislative concerns. Examples include racial, ethnic, or economic groups, and city or rural neighborhoods. When drawing electoral districts, it's important to keep these communities intact as much as possible to ensure that their elected representatives support policies that reflect their interests. And you can note the other adverse effects on our slide. Here on the left, you see a map that illustrates how Allen County was carved into 9 state house districts. 5 of these go into other counties. And District 52 alone includes parts of 5 counties: Allen, Elkhart, LaGrange, Noble, and Whitley. On the right, you're looking at a portion of District number 50, which includes Huntington and Wells counties, along with a very small sliver of Fort Wayne in Allen County. And you will note how this small 10-block area next to Foster Park was carved out with almost surgical precision. Neighbors living across the street from one another on Rudisill Boulevard, South Wayne Street, or Lexington Avenue find themselves in different districts with different representatives. As the film illustrated, this cracking of communities serves to diminish their voices. But gerrymandering is often justified by saying, well, more people live in cities, so cities must be divided to achieve equal population among districts. But that argument ignores how the cities are divided. When good redistricting practices are used, we have the best possible districts. But when partisan interests take precedent, we have gerrymandered districts like number 50. To date, the Indiana legislature has rejected all bills to reform our districting process. So now the All In for Democracy Coalition has established a citizen commission to create these fair maps. The 9-member commission was selected from over 300 applicants throughout the state. Their names and biographies can be found on our website. Many of you probably know Marilyn Moran Townsend, and she is a Republican representative from our area. Tom Hayhurst is an alternate. The Indiana Citizens Redistricting Commission conducted 9 public meetings on Zoom, seeking input on good redistricting practices to use for the map drawing. They discussed and ranked competitiveness, compactness, being incumbent blind, and they also identified some communities of interest. The commission will compile a report for the legislature articulating what Hoosiers really want in their new maps. The CCRC project is all about gathering citizens' input that will be shared with the General Assembly. We fully expect to demonstrate that a diverse group of citizens with no conflicts of interest can direct a redistricting process that results in better maps for our voters and communities, better than the maps drawn by self-interested legislators. Now, the 2020 census data is delayed, and it's not expected to be released until September 30th. However, you can practice using the mapping software now to develop districts using the 2010 census data available on the website, and then you can update those once the new data comes online this fall. If you're interested, go to the map site listed on this slide. And please encourage other interested friends as well. Take advantage, please, of this unique opportunity to create fair maps for your communities. Throughout the summer and fall, we ask that citizens contact legislators to advocate for fair maps. And watch for notifications of additional actions on our League website or our social media. League of Women Voters Fort Wayne is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can also join our email list by signing up on our website. And then you will be receiving our monthly newsletter. Thank you very much for joining us today.